Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Going Deeper session. So, we can all raise our Kundalinis and take a bandhan together. We can all meditate a little bit more before we go into today's theme. We can all keep both our hands towards Mother Earth, or if you are sitting on the floor, then we can keep our hands on the floor. We put our attention on the first chakra, which is the Muladhara chakra. And if we still have thoughts, we can surrender those thoughts to the innocence of Sri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devai Namo Namaha. Shri Ganesha, please make us innocent like you. Please give us wisdom and discretion. We can now put our left hand on the lap, but the right hand can still remain on the floor or towards the floor. Now our attention goes to the left channel. Mother Kundalini, please balance our left channel. Please make us stronger than our conditionings and our past. And we surrender all our impure desires to you. Let our pure desire manifest. We can now put the right hand on the lap and the left hand towards the sky. Now we put our attention on the whole of the right side, on the right channel. Mother Kundalini, please clear our right channel. Please take away all the stress, all the heat, all the mental overactivity into the ether. Mother, you do everything and we do nothing, and we don't have to worry about anything. You take care of everything. We can bring back our left hand to the lap. We can now put our attention on Sahasrara. We can now slowly open our eyes. So today we have our theme as center heart, and also we will see who is the presiding deity in the center heart, and how she helps us uh, build up faith within ourselves. So we can have first image of this of the heart, but we can look at top right of this image where the center is written. So the center heart represents Universal Mother, and that's the deity within um, our center heart. So she gives us the protection and security within us, and she also gives us nourishment, and she builds up immunity within ourselves. And so she resides in the sternum bone, and where the antibodies are created. So she gives us full security, in the sense that spiritual security as well, that we don't have to be afraid, or we don't have to fear anything. She's there to protect us. And Mother Kundalini actually works out on our center heart when she rises through our center channel, and when she comes on this heart chakra, she nourishes this heart chakra, and that's how people have also felt very secure within themselves, and also they are more courageous in the public. They have started speaking well in the public, or just being confident about themselves and more secure. And so that's how she nourishes our center heart. And our immune system also builds up. I remember that it's been, I don't know how many years that I stopped eating a lot of medicines. This is something that I noticed in Sahaja Yoga after coming, like probably after coming to Sahaja Yoga for 1 or 2 years, that I realized that, wow, that I have not taken a lot of medicines that I used to eat before. I had like a lot of medicines for stomach and this and that, and then I realized that I'm not taking them anymore. So it's wonderful how Mother Kundalini nourishes our immune system as well. So now we can watch Sri Mataji's video about center heart. Yeah.
The first center that I dealt and the second and third are very important. But these higher centers are playing a very vital role in our being. The one which is the heart center is looking after the security of God's children. When a person sees something horrible, this center starts pulsating fast. Till the age of 12 years, the sternum bone, which is placed in the ribs here, as you know, creates antibodies to fight any invasion within, whether mental, emotional, or physical. These antibodies get distributed till the age of 12 years throughout your body. And when this sternum gets the message, it starts shaking and it communicates through no nerves or arteries or veins, any connection known so far to these antibodies that they should all fight. They fight the disease, they fight also the things what we call possessions, they also fight your own mistakes. That's why this is a very important center within us. If a lady is an insecure woman, if she feels insecure, then this center is always in a pulsating mode. And that's how it makes all the antibodies very tired, because they're all the time in a state of emergency. Also, these cults have used this method of putting people onto emergency. Give them exercises by they jump, jump, jump or something like that. Now you can ask any doctor this kind of jumping without any support. They are creating potency in a personality. Now this is very physically used method by these people to make them nervous by making the center go very fast. Now, when these antibodies are tired, they become absolutely numbed down and they cannot find any strength to fight any aggression. Now, in everyday life also, if some lady, as I told you, is nervous and she has problem and she's always afraid, then what happens that this system start exerting itself too much, ultimately it gets sick and she can develop a disease called the breast cancer. This breast cancer is very common nowadays among women in the West. Because the motherhood of the lady is challenged. This center is bestowed upon by the deity of Mother of the Universe. And when the lady finds that her motherhood is challenged, then she starts feeling very nervous. This center goes into overactivity, and then she developed this cancer of the breast, troubles of the breast, all kinds of such troubles, because the antibodies have become now very weak. On the left-hand side of this center is the center what we call as the left heart center. But beyond that is residing the spirit in your heart, in the organ, separated from everyone. The spirit is the reflection of God Almighty within yourself. And the Kundalini is the Holy Ghost, which is the power of God, which is the primordial mother expressed within you as the Kundalini. So we have got within us that power, Shakti, and the Shiva sitting in your heart. So this Kundalini has to rise to give you realization. The baptism, the real baptism, not an artificial. Now how it can happen in a person is a problem. It used to happen. What knowledge I am telling you is not the knowledge of today. It's the knowledge of very, very ancient times. 14,000 years back, Markandeya, a great poet in India, has written about it. After that, there were many other poets who wrote about it. Till in the 6th century, Adi Shankaracharya very clearly wrote about the Kundalini and its awakening. Nobody has said so far from those ancient writers that Kundalini gives you any problems or she makes you dance, jump, and all that is all modern nonsense. Traditionally, nobody has said so. 6th century is the time when Adi Shankaracharya incarnated on this earth. Buddha got his realization without doing any dancing or anything. You know for definite. Now, first of all, we must understand what is attention. What is God who is an attention? What does that mean? God who is the attention means God knows about everything that's happening. He is aware of what is happening in this world. He is the only spectator of the drama of life, which is created by his power, the primordial mother. He knows each and everything about us. Whatever he wants to know, he can find out. There is no problem about it. So he is the knower, and he is the knowledge too. So when we become realized, we have to know. Through our awareness, we have to become collectively conscious. And this is a very important point which we must remember. It's not very difficult to understand that you have to become something more. Only by wearing some dress or putting something in your neck, what do you become? Some people tell me, we lead a very good life, mother, so it should be all right. But good life is according to your concept. Even according to the divine concept, if it is a good life, for what? Everybody will ask, for what? Why do you want to lead such a religious life? For what? What is the need to have such a life? One should ask oneself, why to lead such a life which is so conditioned? The answer is, you have to have balance to ascend. If you do not ascend, what's the use of building up this balance within you? The purpose is to ascend. If you cannot transcend, then this is just a binding your mental projection that you should lead this kind of a life and that kind of a life. It's just your mental process. But when the spirit ascends, then all the religions are born within you. They get enlightenment. You just don't do things which are wrong. Just don't do it. You just don't like it. As we have told you that there are people who give up their drugs and things overnight is a fact.
The Universal Mother is known as Mother Durga, or we can say Mother Jagadamba. So Jagadamba we can just segregate into syllables. Jagat Amba. So Jagat means world or universe, and then Amba is one of the names of the goddess, or we can say the mother, universal mother. So Jagadamba. So she is the residing deity within our center heart, and she actually purifies our heart with full security and full faith within ourselves that we are the spirit and we don't have to be afraid of anything. We don't have to be insecure about anything. We can be just enjoying ourselves and being humble within ourselves. So we can look at the picture over here. This is one of the um, pictures that we have in our scriptures also, that she is sitting on a lion and she has a lot of weapons that protect her devotees and her children who are her devotees. So now we can watch a video where Sri Mataji is telling how can we purify or strengthen our heart chakra if we still feel fearless, or we don't have still faith within ourselves, if this center heart is still a bit weak, and we have to work on this center heart, so what can we do about that?
You hold your breath 3 times and think in your heart that I am the mother of the universe. That's all. This has to be corrected. There's a problem there, that's why. Unless until you correct this problem, the attention, not only the attention, but even Kundalini goes there. So you have to correct that thing, which I noticed yesterday. You have a center heart, but you have come to Sahaja Yoga now. I mean, few days back, it will get corrected in no time. Right? You have to put uh, your right hand towards the photograph, left hand here, and you have to hold your breath. All of you can do it. Hold your breath and say Jagdamba, Jagdamba, Jagdamba. Now you are holding the breath. So how can you say? You have to think. Now leave it. Again hold it once more. Put your left hand, right hand towards me. Good. Now leave it. Again hold it. Now leave it. All right? That's fine. May God bless.
We can put our right hand on our center heart, and we put full attention on our center heart. Mother Kundalini, please purify our center heart. Please give us full recognition that we are the Spirit. Mother, let us have full faith in ourselves. Please make us brave and courageous. as you protect us all the time. We can bring our right hand to the lap. We can now put our attention on Sahasrara and surrender everything to Mother Kundalini. And let's listen to the Devi Kavach, which is the protection of the mother. And let that work out within us, everything.
Kavacha the Devi. Salutations to Sri Ganesh. Salutations to Sri Saraswati. Salutations to Sri Guru. Salutations to the deity worshipped in the family of the day Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi. May there be no obstacles. Amen. Salutations to Sri Narayana. Amen. Salutations to Sri Vishnu. Amen. Salutations to Goddess Saraswati. Salutations to Sage Vyasa. Here begins the main part of the Devi Kavach. The presiding sage of Shri Chandi Kavach is Brahma. Mita is Anushtup. The presiding deity is Chamunda. The main seed is Anganya Sokta Matar. The principal is Digbandha Devata. It is recited as part of the Saptashati, the 700 verses in praise of Sri Durga to please Sri Jagadamba. Amen. Obeisance to Chandika. Thus spoke Markandeya. Amen. Brahmadeva, please tell me that which is very secret and has not been told to anybody, and which protects all beings in this world in every way. Brahmadeva said, O Brahmin, that which is most secret, auspicious and benevolent to all beings is the Kavach of the Devi. Please listen to that, O great sage. First, Shailaputri, the daughter of the mountain. Om Shailaputri Namaha. Second, Brahmacharini, the one who observes the state of celibacy. Om Shri Brahmacharini Namaha. Third, Chandraghanta, adorned with the moon as her bell. Om Shri Chandraghanta Namaha. Fourth, Kushmanda, the one whose void contains the universe. Om Shri Kushmanda Namaha. Fifth, Skandamata, the mother of Kartikeya. Om Shri Skandamata Namaha. Sixth, Katyayani, the foster daughter of sage Katyayana. Om Shri Katyayani Namaha. Seventh, Kalaratri, the dark night of dissolution. Om Shri Kalaratri Namaha. Eighth, Mahagauri, the Adi Kundalini. Om Shri Mahagauri Namaha. Ninth, Siddhi Datri, the bestower of special divine powers. Om Shri Siddhidatri Namaha. Durga is known by these 9 names, as told by the great soul Brahmadeva himself. Those who are engulfed by fire, or surrounded by enemies on the battlefield, or being at an impassable place, or frightened, if they surrender to Durga, they would never suffer any misery or misfortune, even at time of war, face no calamity, grief, sorrow, or fear. Those who remember you with great devotion indeed have prosperity. Undoubtedly, O Supreme Goddess, protect those who remember you. Goddess Chamunda sits on the corpse. Varahi rides on a buffalo. Indri is mounted on an elephant, and Vaishnavi on a condor. Maheshwari is riding on a bull. The vehicle of Kaumari is a peacock. Lakshmi, the beloved of Sri Vishnu, is seated on a lotus and is also holding a lotus in her hand. Goddess Ishwari, of white complexion, is riding on a bull. Brahmi, who is bedecked with all ornaments, is seated on a swan. All the mother goddesses are endowed with yoga and are adorned with different ornaments and jewels. All the goddesses are seen mounted in chariots and are full of anger. They are wielding conch, discus, mace, plough, club, javelin, axe, noose, barbed dart, halter, whip, trident, spear, bow, and arrows. These goddesses are wielding their weapons constantly to destroy the bodies of demons, for the protection of devotees, and for the benevolence of the gods. Salutations to you, O Goddess of very dreadful appearance, of frightening valor, of tremendous strength and energy, the destroyer of the worst of fears. O Devi, it is difficult to have even a glance at you. You increase the fears of your enemies. Please protect us. May Goddess Aindri protect us from the east. Agni Devata, Goddess of fire, from the southeast. Varahi, the Shakti of Vishnu in the form of the boar, from the south. Gadgadharini, the wielder of the sword, from the southwest. Varuni, the Shakti of Varuna, the rain god, from the west. Mrugavahini, whose vehicle is the deer, protect us from the northwest. May Goddess Kaumari, the eternal virgin, the Shakti of Kartikeya, protect us from the north. And Goddess Shuladharani from the northeast. Mani, the Shakti of Brahma, from above. And Vaishnavi, the Shakti of Vishnu, from below, protect us. O Goddess Chamunda, who sits on a corpse, please protect us from all the 10 directions. May Goddess Jaya protect us from the front, and Vijaya from the rear, Ajita from the left, and Aparajita from the right. May Goddess Udyotini protect the top knot. May Uma cover our head and protect it. May we be protected by Maladhari on the forehead, Shasvini on the eyebrows, Trinetra on the Hamsa, Yamaganta on the inner part of the nose, Shankini on both the eyes, Dwaravasini on the ears. May Kalika protect our cheeks, Shankari the roots of the ears. May we be protected by Sugandha on the nose, Charchika the upper lip, Amrutakala the lower lip, Saraswati the tongue, Kaumari the teeth, Chandika the throat, Chitraghanta the sound box, Mahamaya the crown of the head, Amakshi the chin, Sarvamangala speech, Bhadrakali the neck, Dhanurdhari, the spine. May Nilagriva protect the outer part of our throat, and Nalakobari, the windpipe. May Khadgini protect our shoulders, and Vajradharini protect our arms. May Devi Dandini protect both our hands, Ambika, the fingers, Shuleshwari, our nails. May Kuleshwari protect our belly. May we be protected by Mahadevi, breast, Shoka Vinashini, mind, Lalita Devi, the heart, Shuladharini, the stomach, Kamini, the nabhi, Guhyeshwari, the hidden parts, Nakamika, the reproductive organs, Mahishavahini, the rectum. May Goddess Bhagavati protect our waist, Vindhyavasini, the knees. Wish-fulfilling Mahabala protect our thighs. May Narasimhi protect our ankles. Tejasi protect our feet. Shri Devi protect our toes. May Talavasini protect the soles of our feet. May Donshta Karali protect our nails. Udvakeshini, the hair. Oberi, the pores. Vagishwari, the skin. May Goddess Parvati protect blood, marrow of the bones, fat and bone. Goddess Kalaratri, the intestines. Mukuteshwari, bile and liver. May Padmavati protect the chakras. Chudamani, phlegm or lungs. Jwalamukhi, luster of the nails. Bhedya, all the joints. Brahmani, semen. Chateshwari, the shadow of our body. Dharmadharini, ego, superego and intellect, the buddhi. Vajrahasta, prana, apana, vyana, udana and samana, the five vital breaths. Kalyana shobhana, prana, the life force. May Yogini protect the sense organs, that is, the faculties of tasting, seeing, smelling, hearing and touching. May Narayani protect Sattva, Aja and Tamo gunas. Varahi, life. Vaishnavi, dharma. Lakshmi, success and fame. Chakrini, wealth and knowledge. Indrani, relatives. Chandika, cattle or sustenance. Mahalakshmi, children. Bhairavi, spouse. Supata may protect our journey, and Kshemakari, our way. Mahalakshmi may protect us in the king's courts and all official places. Vijaya, everywhere. O Goddess Jayanti, any place that has not been mentioned in the Kavach and has thus remained unprotected, may that be protected by you, the destroyer of sins. One should invariably cover oneself with this kavach wherever one goes, and should not walk even a step without it, if one desires auspiciousness. Then one is successful everywhere, in all things. All one's desires are surely fulfilled, and that person enjoys great prosperity on the earth. The person who covers himself with kavach becomes fearless, is never defeated in battle, and becomes worthy of being worshipped in the three worlds. This Devi Kavach is inaccessible even to the gods. One who reads with faith every day thrice, morning, afternoon and evening, receives the divine arts, the Shaktis, is undefeated in the three worlds, lives for 100 years, and is free from accidental death. All diseases like boils, scars, etc. are destroyed. Movable, scorpions and snakes, and immovable, all other poisons cannot affect him. all those who cast magical spells by mantras or yantras on others for evil purposes, all negative forces active in water or in the air, all kinds of bhuts roaming about the earth, all those who mesmerize others, all yakshas and gandharvas, all negative entities, all demons and evil forces are destroyed just by the sight of the person having Kavach in his heart. Whoever reads the Kavach with devotion, his dignity and prosperity increases. That person receives more and more respect and prowess. On the earth, he rises in prosperity and fame by reading the Kavach and the Saptashati, and by meditating on Sri Chandi. His progeny would thrive as long as the earth is rich with mountains and forests. By the grace of Mahamaya, he would attain the highest state, which is extremely difficult even for the gods, and is eternally blissful in the company of Lord Shiva. Om Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
Let's stay in meditation for 5 more minutes. We can now raise our Kundalini and take a bandhan.